are you editing or are you editing? No editing. Just the tape.
There's color correction being done and other things.
Yeah.
And the video being integrated, but there's no, as soon as no other night. On Tuesday, we'll do more.
All right.
No.
You have your focus all set? You're focusing?
Should be. I mean, I look fine when the lights are off earlier. So hopefully.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is so great to see you all. It's our second sold-out, packed-out night, and I hope you all found seats. And I think you are in for a treat. We had a great time last night with our first home show, and we're going to have a great time tonight with this one. We've had a really good time putting this show together. It's a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of hours here at church, and I'm sure a lot of the families think, man, I never see my kid, and for some of you that's a good thing, and some of you that's, yeah. But I think you will see tonight it has really paid off, and they've all worked really hard, and we're super proud. This show started as a dream that Carol had last year of a place where everyone is welcome and everyone has gifts to share, and all people's gifts are honored and are lifted up, and people of all abilities and all different persuasions feel welcome and included, and that's really what the studio is all about. It's really, for us, a meditation on creation and on our place in creation. I think we've reflected a lot on how messed up things are with our economy and with our just all the wars and conflict going on around the world, and with the climate crisis and all those kinds of things. We talk a lot about how messed up we've gotten things, and I don't think we talk enough about how we're all being called to be part of making things better. And God wants every single one of us to play a part in that. And that's really what this is all about. And I truly believe that these guys over here are getting that and are about that. And I think that's why we're going over to Denmark and England next week, and that's why we show up every Sunday. And it's what this church is all about, is trying to make the world a better place. We are just so thankful to all of you for your generosity and your support and your love. You notice there were a few more reserved seats tonight than normal, and I'm sure that irked a couple people. But the reason for that is, at our auction this year, we had a new thing where we auctioned off what we called Fund a Need, just to help with some of the expenses of renting equipment and things like that. And people who were especially generous with the Fund a Need got the bonus of having the chance to reserve 8 seats at one of our shows. And so that's what those seats were all about. We are live streaming tonight, and we live streamed last night. So we'd like to say hi to all our friends on the web. Everybody turn around and wave and say hi. Last night, get this, last night there were people in the Philippines watching. There were people in New Zealand watching. There were people in Swaziland watching. Yeah, it's a real place, really. There were people in front row did not believe me. There were people in North Carolina and Arkansas and Florida and Minnesota and Colorado and Oregon and Washington and a whole lot of people all over California. It's a pretty amazing thing that it's not just this community gathered here fighting to find seats. It's folks all over the world tuning in to watch, and that's really what it's about, is being connected and just reaching out beyond our safety zone and beyond our borders. And I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful to CJ Arneson for making this streaming thing happen. Other churches have these, I shouldn't say that. CJ, cover your ears. Have these high-paid staffs doing this stuff, and we've got CJ volunteering hours and hours and hours, and we are so blessed. Speaking of technology, you can follow us on the web, starfiresingers.com or .org, as we go on our tour. We're going to be posting pictures most days, and you can follow the itinerary. You can see where we're at. You can check out what we're calling the Tour Pod, which for the last 2 months has had a daily different tidbit about Denmark and England every day for the last 2 months, and you can catch up on those things. So make sure you follow along with us. We will be taking an offering at the end of the performance, which just goes to help with some of the costs of this tour. It's a real expensive tour. Probably that's not news to a lot of you. So I think, did I cover everything, Carol? Oh, I know. Turn off your cell phones, please. And that would be off, not just on silent, because the little things that cell phones emit get caught up with the little things that microphones emit and make really weird noises. So turn them off. And without any further ado, so welcome. Welcome to all of you here. Welcome to all of you at home on the web. We thank you for being here, and we thank you for being a part of the studio.
The very beginning.
Before there was anything else.
Anything.
In the beginning, there was nothing. God created the heavens and the earth. All you see and all you don't see.
Earth was a soup of nothingness, a bottomless emptiness, an inky blackness.
God's spirit brooded like a bird of the watery abyss.
And then, God spoke.
God spoke, and then creation began to unfurl, and it hasn't stopped yet. Tonight, this very night, right here in this place, it continues.
summer of new creations and surprises here in our studio?
I sure am. And just wait until they all hear about this.
Oh yes, we've never ever had a commission quite like this one.
That's for sure. It's going to take all of us working together like never before.
How about we tell the resident artist about today, and then we can bring in the community and tell them about it later.
Sounds great. It's going to be an amazing day.
Come on, it's another day, it's gonna be okay, so don't delay, get swept away in the trends of today. Join me in creation songs, sing all day long, you can't go wrong, we all belong to the joy of today. It's another day, brand new, it's a chance to change our view, it's a time for us to do the art of life, and love is another day, fresh start, time to make our lives our heart, time to reach to do our part, and then we say straight from the heart. It's another day, 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 it's another day.
Okay, gather around everybody. We've got some exciting news.
Don't worry, you can get back to what you're doing in a minute. You're gonna want to hear this news because it involves all of you.
Well, don't keep us in the dark any longer. Spill it. What's the news?
Okay. We've been given a commission. A big one.
What do you mean we?
Us, the studio. All of us.
How can all of us get a commission? What's it for?
Well, it's for all of us. A collaboration.
But what art form does it call for?
Yeah, it can't possibly involve all of us. I'm a dancer, she's a potter. What could we possibly create together?
Exactly.
Well, that's gonna be part of the challenge, but trust us, it will definitely need to include all of you.
Well, what's the commission?
Be patient, we'll get to that. First though, we're gonna need even more artists to accomplish this.
What? More artists? You've got to be joking.
It's crowded enough as it is. Listen, guys, relax. We know what we're doing. We're about to start our summer classes anyways. We could use those students.
Students? Working on a major commission? What are you talking about?
We're gonna have enough trouble figuring things out between us without adding amateurs to the mix.
I thought you said this was a big commission. You know, a big deal.
It is.
Well, I'm sure whoever wrote the commission isn't expecting beginners to do it.
Well, no, not just beginners. That's why we need you guys to lead the way.
But you get hundreds of students here when summer classes start, and most of them don't even want to be here anyways.
Stop worrying. This is going to be an amazing experience. We just need to get all the artists together, and then we'll explain everything. For now, let's just wait for the new students to get here.
Well, they'll be here soon. It's the first day of summer classes.
The best day of the year, when all of the artists and the budding artists and the undiscovered artists come together in our studio. Come in, calling all artists. It's time for classes to begin. Calling all painters and sculptors and poets and those who don't know if they're creative at all. Calling all actors and writers and singers, whatever you bring is how you answer the call. You don't need to know all the finest technique. A willing spirit is all that we seek. You don't need to be an expert at all. All that we ask is that you answer the call. Welcome all of you. I'm Becca, this is Nadine, and this is our studio. It is a place for all kinds of artists, with every level of skill. It is a place where we can create together. We're going to have an amazing time together. You are all part of a very special summer session here at our studio. But before you get into your art groups, we'd like to tell you about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we've been given. We've just received a commission, a very important commission. It's going to require all of us working together to create something incredible. Each of you will do this in your art groups, the ceramic students, the painting students, the actors. You get the idea. So to begin with, let's get into those groups, depending on which area you signed up for.
But before we go any further, let me introduce our teaching assistants to you. First, we have Chris, Katie, and Chris. They'll be working with all you singers and other musicians.
Hey, everybody sign up for the music track. Come over here with me.
Over here, we have Kat and Jenny. They'll be working with all you dancers. And also, we have Erica, Jessica, and Alan working with all you actors.
We are the actors.
Yes, they are the actors, but dancers, we're gonna go over here, and actors, you stay over there.
All right. Over here, we have Chase, Kristen, and Chelsea. They'll be working with all you painters. And over here, we have Trevor, Scott, and Julia. They'll be working with all you potters. We also have Emma and Tara working with you jewelers. And finally, for everyone who's into video and film, we have Jeff, KDH, and Devin.
All right, video over here.
All right, everyone, go find your groups.
Look at these guys. I think we're in big trouble.
No kidding. I wonder how many of my group has ever even seen a play, let alone read a script or delivered a line.
I can't wait to see what they do with a lump of clay on a wheel.
All right, now that you're in your groups, I suggest you guys get to know each other a little better so then we can get started on this commission.
Hey, Teach, I got some bad news for you. I've never done this before in my life. There's no way I can help you with this commission project you've got going.
Hey, me either. This wasn't my idea, and I don't even want to be here.
Yeah, count me out too.
Well, maybe we could help mix the paints or run copies or something.
Don't be such a kiss-up. I didn't come here to be someone else's gopher.
Hey, can you go refill this for me?
Sure, I guess.
Okay, hang on. Nobody's going to be anybody else's gopher. Every single one of you will have a part in creating this work. And don't worry if you think you don't know how to do it right. We'll be learning together. Nobody will be left out, and everyone has something to offer.
Something to offer? Yeah, right. I could offer you my parents who are making me do this. Maybe they can help you create. Becca, I just don't see how this is gonna work.
Relax, Jeff. It will work. Now first, each group needs one of these. This will be the medium for your work. Your job is to tell your story using your art form and represent it on your board.
Hang on. Tell your story? Tell whose story? There's a bunch of us in each group.
Exactly. You'll have to tell your stories first and then share them and then figure out how to tell them collectively and then figure out how to represent those stories on your boards.
I'm a singer. How do I put something on a board?
Yeah, how about us actors? Are we supposed to stand on the board and recite a soliloquy?
You guys, we can figure it out. We just have to represent our art forms. I'm more worried how we're going to show all these stories in one piece.
Well, that's the challenge. But great art always tells a story. There, that's your first lesson for our summer session. Art always tells a story.
David, by Bernini, 1623. Look at his body twist so the rock can be thrown. Look at his hands tightening as he holds the stone. Look at his fierce determination to claim victory as his own. Look at his face. The story is in the face.
The Pieta by Michelangelo, 1498. Look at the form of Christ lying across her knees. Look at the flowing cloth of unsurpassed beauty. Look at the Virgin's eyes aching to set her son free. Look at her face. The story is in the face. Art offers us a storyline through color and through shape, through sculpting and through drawing lines. The artist can create an image and a story where truth reveals its face about the human spirit living fully in this place. Tell me the human story. Show me the human face. Tell me the human story. Show me the human face. The story's in the
The 3rd of May by Goya, 1814.
Look at the faceless monster of the firing squad. Look at the church in the distance, making the foreground seem odd. Look at the victim in light who's searching for God. Look at his face. The story's in the face.
The Return of the Prodigal Son by Rembrandt, 1669. Look at the parable of Christ seen within the frame. Look at the prodigal seek redemption from his shame. Look at the father release his long-held pain. Look at his face. The story's in the face.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to share our stories through our art. That's how this commission will unfold.
Oh, come on. You don't really expect us to produce the next David or P.A. Todd, do you?
Yeah. No offense, but I'm looking around here, and I don't think I'm seeing the next Michelangelo or Rembrandt.
Exactly. It's one thing to have these virtuoso artists depicting mythic characters and stories, or just hacks with boring, everyday stories to tell.
Listen, we'll never know until we give it a try.
Okay, so who wants to start? Who's got a story to tell?
Come on, you guys. This is stupid. I'm a little old for bedtime stories.
Really? Hey, Bree, what's your story?
Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked me. Well, once upon a time, I was born, then I lived for a while, and someday I'll die. The end.
Wow, fascinating. Can you paint that in a picture for me?
Ha ha, very funny. But come on, somebody must have a story to tell.
What could we possibly tell to be interesting to anyone else?
Yeah, so far it's been a pretty boring, average life. Who wants to see that displayed for all the world to see?
Yeah, my life bores me and I'm in it. Telling about it will put everyone to sleep.
The interesting stuff is nobody's business anyway.
Listen, you guys, we've all got a story to tell. I'll start. Picture it this way. Come on, guys, how are we gonna do this?
I can't keep the pace. Life's a crazy rat race. You won't see my face on the front page of the news. I've been doing great things that I'm not sure you've seen. Notice me now 'cause I'm growing up fast. My childhood won't last.
You see, that's the problem. We all picture life so differently.
No kidding. You guys mentioned family and conjure up an image of mom and dad and a little brother and sister and a dog and apple pie in middle America. That's just not my experience. When I hear family, I hear yelling and screaming and crying, and all I want to do is run away.
Cool. That's your story. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Cool. Cool. There's nothing cool about it, and I sure don't want to memorialize it for all time in some big mural. I want to forget about it.
I feel you. There's not much about my life I want to glorify and celebrate.
Well, at least you haven't been discriminated against your whole life. Try dealing with that.
My story is that not a single one of you has spoken to me since we moved here. It's been 3 months. Who can relate to that?
My story is that my dad has been looking for work for 1.5 years, and we barely have enough for groceries. Then I see all of you with your new iPhones, designer clothes, and all your new cars. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Like I said before, this is stupid. No one can understand someone else's story. How could we?
My parents divorced back when I was 3. My dad didn't care and my mom like me. How could you think you could possibly understand? We moved 6 times before I reached my teens. The fight went on, I was caught in between. How could you think you could possibly understand? The reality is different from what's on the screen. So much of life's better left unseen. It never unfolds exactly as planned. So how could you think you could possibly understand?
Somewhere on the way, I lost my drive and my will. I can't find my dreams and I can't see my skill. How could you think you could possibly understand? I'm stuck in society's endless rat race, yet everyone expects a smile on my face. How could you think you could possibly understand?
Wow, you guys are doing great. Great? What are you talking about? We've just decided that we can't possibly understand each other's stories.
Yeah, all we've done so far is realize how different everyone's story is.
Well, that's what I mean. You're doing great. You mean this is what we're supposed to be doing?
Well, it's a start. You're sharing and you're listening. The 2 most important elements of storytelling.
Okay, I get that. But how are we supposed to represent what we've been sharing and hearing?
Yeah, I think we have a little more listening to do before we're ready to put it on the board.
Yeah, we still have a lot of people to hear from.
Tara, I had no idea you were so unhappy. You always seem so bubbly.
I always thought I had to keep a happy facade. Otherwise, it just fell apart all the time.
Well, I'm glad you shared. I can be here for you if you need a friend.
Thanks, I do.
Robert, I'm sorry I never talked to you. Just seemed like you always wanted to be alone.
I just didn't know how to break into your group.
My group? I didn't even know I had a group. Most of the time, I feel pretty left out, too.
Really?
Really.
Ooh, I'm getting that warm and fuzzy feeling again. Let's all go on Oprah and cry together.
Why are you always so cynical?
Because this is so contrived. These good feelings will last about as long as this class. Then it's back to the way things have always been.
Exactly. In case you haven't noticed, nobody's paying attention to anybody's stories out there in the world.
Maybe that's the problem.
Well, of course that's the problem. We can't even listen to each other here in the studio, and we're all pretty much the same.
It's human nature to resort to competition and self-defense. It's just the way of the world.
But look how quickly we started to come together, just by sharing a few stories. Maybe it all starts here.
We'll see.
I still don't see how this is going to work. How do we get all of these stories and all of these feelings into one work of art? I just don't see how we're going to do it.
I think you still have some sharing and listening to do. Why don't you guys head up to your studio room and keep the sharing going and see what you come up with. Just remember, you're doing great.
I feel like I know you guys all a lot better than when we started. Do you think we're ready to get going on our piece?
Sure. What are we going to do?
What if we each made a small ceramic representation of what we shared and then attach it to the board?
Hey, you guys, I was
That'd be
thinking
cool. Then we could put something around the whole thing. Like a border. I love borders.
Yeah, a border. That would unify.
But you guys,
We
I
could
don't think that
fire the border, and then for each of our individual pieces, we could glaze them with a...
Hey, you guys, I
Should
don't...
any of us be using the wheel, or are we just pinch potting?
You guys!
Oh yeah, what is it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been trying to make a tree out of this lump of clay for 45 minutes, and it looks more like a snake eating a porcupine.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
I can't do this.
I'm really excited about this. I can just see how each of our stories will translate into the canvas.
Canvas?
Well, okay, wood.
Let's make our board a big mural. Each of us can paint a section of it with our own stories.
Yeah, but
We
how
can
am
make it unified with a border, or else some common themes throughout.
Yeah, but how am
To
I
bring it
gonna-
together, so while showing the distinct and separate stories of each of us, it is at the same time a cohesive work that shows thematic unity.
Yeah, but how am I...
Have you seen some reliefs and murals from the temples at Ephesus? It was such an important early church. With such amazing artwork, we could model our section after some of those pieces.
Yeah, but
Then we can bring them all together, so in the center that represents all of us.
Yeah, but...
Maybe in the center we could tie in some of the timeless pieces from mythology, like Apollo, the god of truth and music, or Bacchus, the god of wine and merriment.
Yeah, but
We could even do watercolors, oils, maybe even some pen and ink.
Yeah, but how am
Let's
I...
get going. Each of us can have about a 4x4 space for our pictures.
Yeah, but how am I gonna do that? I flunked painting in kindergarten.
What? How do you flunk painting?
Well, I just kept painting and painting, trying to get it just right, until every time I just ended up with a huge blob that was blackish, brownish,
Oh,
green.
okay, I get it. Listen, just paint what you feel.
I'm trying to.
Listen, just mold what you feel.
I'm trying to, but everything I make is a catastrophe.
Where two or three are gathered, all stepping out for fame, I find myself thinking this really is a shame that somehow talent some do not, with dance and brush and Photoshop. But might they really find their art if a risk is taken from the start? It's all a big mess and I'm so depressed. Gotta
got a canvas and it's a real plus. Everybody else has got to use papyrus. They keep handing us all this crazy stuff, like pictures were a copy of Ephesus and Bacchus. Hey, look, it's all of us. I really think that this will be disastrous. I'm not an artist. I feel quite flush. All the creations in my mind are really outrageous. For everything I make is catastrophe.
Making art when you ain't great means you have to compensate for all the things that you can't make, and all you feel is frustrate. Makes it going through the night that their lives in oversight. Fix that use of the colors right. Why am I feeling uptight? They say that God don't make no junk. God don't make no junk. God don't make no junk.
But I sure do.
So I say, why do I make junk? Why do I make junk? Why do I make junk? Please God shine through.
All right, jewelers, looks like we've got our work cut out for us. What can we make in jewelry that will help us tell our stories?
How does jewelry tell a story?
Yeah, jewelry is just little accessories people wear to look fancy.
Maya, that is so not true. Open your mind. Jewelry is an important expression of a person's character.
Yeah, some people like small, simple, and understated.
And some people like big, gaudy, and ostentatious.
We've actually learned a great deal about entire civilizations just by learning about the type of jewelry they wore and what it was used for.
Okay, but still, how am I going to tell my story through some beads and string?
Or my story through some hoops and bangles.
Aren't you paying attention? It's not just beads and strings and hoops and bangles.
Whatever. Maybe I can be like P. Diddy, make some major bling. Maybe that'll tell my story.
How about we focus on the stories we made together and then try to make it as one piece?
Why just one piece?
Why don't we each make something and then tie them all together when we're done?
We can make a giant charm bracelet, and each of the charms can be individual stories.
Charm bracelet? I hope you're kidding.
You are kidding, aren't you?
Artists. It is not as important what we make as that it creates the stories that we're sharing with each other. So why don't we brainstorm one more time, see if any images pop into our heads. While you're thinking, I'm going to go grab some supplies. Anybody need anything?
Ooh, can you grab me a latte? Yeah, get me a serious cup of something.
Okay, so we're agreed. We'll write a one-act play incorporating each of our stories, with each of us playing ourselves.
Then we'll stage a production and take lots of pictures. Then we can put those pictures
Plus the script.
plus the script on our board representing our stories come to life.
Sounds good. But in addition to me playing myself, I'll need many of you to play supporting roles in my story.
Supporting roles?
Exactly.
My story is really quite gripping and requires so many...
We're not gonna have time for that. Yeah, because my story is gonna take some time to unfold. It's really quite amazing. Having been born overseas and coming here on a cargo ship, I'll need special effects and lighting and...
What you need is a good editor. You're a legend in your own mind. If we really want people to be moved by this production, what we need is a central character.
A central character? You think this production needs a central character?
Yeah, and who would that be?
Yeah, who around here can pull off the role of a central character?
Well, I was thinking... me. My story is so unique, yet it is really the story of every man, woman, with a universal theme of survival and triumph.
Oh, brother, sister, I don't think this stage is big enough for you, us, and your ego.
I love that idea, Chris. We'll put our stories to song, then record a CD, and then take and put the actual CD, plus all the sheet music, and put it on our board. Cool.
Awesome. When do we audition? Audition?
You know, for the solos.
Who said anything about solos?
Yeah, I never heard anything about solos or CDs or auditions or anything.
Well, of course there's gonna be solos on it.
And you think you're gonna get one?
Not one. Probably like 3 or 4. What happened to check your ego at the door? Hey, it's not about ego. I just have an angelic gift that needs to be shared.
Hey, buddy, I've got news for you. A lot of us have gifts that need to be shared.
And I suppose you think you're one of them?
Well, not to brag, but everyone always says I should be on American Idol.
Well, if everyone says it, it must be true.
Hey, you've never even heard me sing.
Yeah, you've never heard her sing one single note.
Thank God for that small miracle.
Wait 1 little minute. What kind of comment was that?
Okay, let's be careful. Remember, it's about listening to each other's stories, not who gets the most solos.
Once you hear my voice, you'll forget about the stories. Let's just have the auditions.
Let's just have the auditions. Then
we'll see. Song to be sung like it's meant to be sung takes talent and training and heart. Anyone, anywhere can simply sing along, but only an artist makes art. To find nuance and subtlety in every note is a gift that is precious and rare. And since clearly that gift has been given to me, it's one that I'll happily share. So shine the spotlight on me. I've got gifts for all to see. Please don't crowd my space. Let the audience see my face. Shine the spotlight on me.
For playwrights' words to come alive on stage takes trauma, expression, and heart. It may look quite easy from the audience seat, but only an artist makes art. Doing comedy, tragedy, pathos, and fear is a gift that is precious and rare. And since clearly that gift has been given to me, it is one that I'll happily share.
So shine the spotlight on me. I've got gifts for all to see. Please don't crowd my space. Let the audience see my face. Shine the spotlight on me. I have an obligato that I like to sing legato, and when I do, it always brings the house down. When I get to my cadenza, the crowd goes into a frenzy. No one's ever heard a sweeter sound.
When you hear my soliloquy, I must say with humility, I guarantee you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll cheer. To move the audience is my goal. It doesn't matter what the role, the Ibsen, Williams, Stoppard, or Shakespeare.
I have an obligato that I like to
say with
sing legato,
humility, I
and when I
guarantee
do,
you'll
it
laugh,
always
you'll cry,
brings the
you'll
house
cheer.
down.
When I get
Move
to
the
my
audience is
cadenza,
my goal.
I
It
go
doesn't matter what the role with the Ibsen, Williams, Stoppard, or Shakespeare.
I have enough legato
Me, I must say with humility, I guarantee you'll have to cry, you'll cheer.
when I get to my cadenza. My cadenza, 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 my cadenza.
Cut! Hit it, Dirk.
Goal, it doesn't matter what the role with the Ibsen, Williams, Stoppard, or Shakespeare.
So shine the spotlight on me. I've got gifts for all to see. Please don't crowd my space. Let the audience see my face. Shine the spotlight on me. Let the audience see my face. Shine the spotlight on me. Let the audience see my face. Shine the spotlight on me.
So, how's it going?
You know, I think it's going okay. They've been working really hard.
Yeah, my group is definitely listening to each other better. And I think I've gotten everyone to share their story.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's going really well. Same goes for our group.
I don't know. We're still kind of struggling.
With what?
Just making space for each other, I guess. I mean, they've listened. Well, some of them. But most of them, or us, I guess, are still jockeying for top position.
They'll work it out.
We're having a tough time.
With what?
I just feel like we're lost. We've shared our stories, but we don't know what to do with them. It's like we're lost in the creation.
In creation, and I'm looking for a confirmation. Now my stories are a compilation of a life worth affirmation. I'm all about a dedication, but I'm feeling some trepidation.
See, my goal is recreation of God's word and not limitation. It's all about participation throughout the generations. Let's make a presentation where we're found in admiration.
My art can never die, yeah, my creation is profound.
Creating is nothing new. It's easy to get lost in the process, in the details, in the differences. It's easy to get lost in the enormity of the task. It's easy to get lost, and in getting lost, to become paralyzed.
Isn't that what's happened to our world?
It sure seems like it. Everyone is so wrapped up in their own story, their own perspective, their own piece of creation. They block everyone else out.
They not only block it out, a lot of them actively prevent others from taking part in the world.
Which is why we're trying to do it a different way.
And yet, even here in our own little studio, people are lost and paralyzed and arguing and blocking.
Yes, and creating and solving and working it out. The biggest thing to realize is that while we have a part in creation and in creating, it's ultimately not up to us.
What do you mean?
Well, from my point of view, there's only one creator. And that creator invites all of us, each of us, to join in the creating. We've been given gifts and our lives have unfolded in a series of stories. The problems occur when we forget the source of the gifts and the thread of the stories.
The creator?
God. Exactly.
So are you trying to say that God needs us to help with creation?
Basically, yeah.
Wow, that's totally messed up. No wonder the world's in such disarray.
No kidding. So much for a perfect, all-powerful creator.
Yeah, if God depends on us, he's not really much of a god, is he?
What makes you say that?
Well, like we said, we're lost. We have no idea what we're doing, and everything we touch turns to junk.
Maybe it just depends on how you look at it.
What do you mean?
Well, we see the things we create and are filled with doubt and second guessing, but maybe God sees them as beautiful.
Right. God sees what we make as beautiful? I don't think so. But God made us and we're beautiful, so what we make must also be beautiful in God's eyes.
I don't buy any of that. God didn't make us. The earth did.
Sure enough, we all started out as amoebas and gradually evolved into what we are today. It has nothing to do with God.
How can you say that? Even if we did evolve over millions of years, what power but God could create a process like that?
It's called science. Everything can be explained.
Everything?
Pretty much. Everything's a simple chemical reaction of some kind or another.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do either. We're here in an art studio making beautiful works of art, and you're saying this can all be explained by chemistry?
Sure. Paints, clay, video, music, jewelry, you name it.
Yeah, it all boils down to science. Mainly chemistry with a bit of physics thrown in.
Exactly. It can all be explained. You don't need God to explain it.
Art and all things art depicts are simply forces of nature. Mountains, sunsets, seascapes, even love. They all have rational explanations.
But that doesn't explain why they exist or how they affect us. That's something you can't even explain.
Exactly. We can explain all the elements of creation, but nothing can explain the wonder of it.
It's easy to explain a rainbow, like refracting water vapor, prisms and such. It's easy to explain a sunset, atmospherics, Earth's rotation, light, and all the rest. How do you explain it's beautiful? How do you explain what words cannot express? The miracle of life when living here and now I can't explain. I can't explain. It's easy to explain a mountain
I see what you're saying. There's something inexplicable about life, living, loving, and beauty.
Well, maybe, but even if that's all true, it still seems like we've made a pretty big mess out of creation.
Yeah, and if we keep messing it up so badly, doesn't that mean that God really isn't such a great creator?
Well, hardly. It means that God is an infinitely patient creator and an infinitely creative creator.
Yeah, but God created this beautiful and perfect universe, and from the second humans became humans, we've been slowly destroying it.
No kidding. Our history isn't exactly stellar.
Well, that's because the creation continues. Just as your groups are still trying to figure it out, we're all still trying to figure it out.
Figuring it out is ridiculously complicated.
And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, you see, that's the thing. It's really not that complicated at all. At its core, it's actually very simple.
us all create as one. Let mystery weave a tapestry of care, until these walls cry out, we're done. Then let us bring it out into the world. Let love seek out the darkest place, soar beyond, letting life be our embrace. Simple, simple, simple now, and love is revealed. Simple, simple,
Maybe that's why I love dance so much. It's so simple.
It looks really hard to me.
It's a different kind of simple.
Yeah, it's uncomplicated. It's about getting to the core of meaning.
How does dance do that?
Well, by taking the words out, we're able to express the deeper meaning.
It becomes an expression of our entire bodies.
By expressing the meaning physically, we come to a deeper understanding of that meaning, how it affects us and how we connect with it.
The dancers and a couple of friends from other groups have come up with our story's expression. We call it Creation Found.
Wonderful. Let's see it. Well, friends, the time has come to share your pieces.
Wait, we're not finished yet.
Neither are we.
That's okay. It's never finished. Let's just see where we are at this moment, in this place.
Our piece has silhouettes of each member of our group, cut out of metal and decorated with symbols of each of our stories.
The music group put a piece of music that we sang together and a CD of some of our favorite music, along with a few other things that represent the way music has helped us share stories throughout the years.
We put a picture on ours that represents the way video shows our creativity and helps the world see our story come to life.
The ceramics group put an Incan cross, which represents creation and the way all parts are interconnected. We placed the cross over an eternity spiral. To us, this represents a sacred way our stories connect.
we put 4 playwrights who've told the human stories over centuries. Underneath it, we put our own scripts, which tell our own unique stories.
The dancers made a silhouette of a dancer and mounted it on a galaxy to represent the ways that dance connects us and our stories with all of creation.
The painting group thought about a lot of different possibilities. We finally settled on a simple depiction of the tree of life. To us, it symbolizes the human family and the life and the roots that connect us all.
And in the center, a plate, symbolizing the stories, the love, and the life that we all share. Wow. Would you look at that? Unbelievable. You've done a spectacular job.
Is it right?
It's not just right, it's perfect.
But is it what the patron asked for?
Yeah, is he or she or whoever gonna like it?
Oh, they're going to love it.
Who is? Who commissioned this?
Yeah, and what was the commission anyway?
Are you going to read it to us?
Sure, why not? Here you go, Claire. Why don't you read it?
The Great Commission is the Great Commandment.
That's it? Who's it from?
It's not signed. There's no address on the envelope either.
What the heck does that mean?
Well, have you guys ever heard of the Great Commission?
Isn't that where Jesus tells his disciples to go and convert everyone?
Not exactly. It's the word that Jesus leaves with his disciples. It's different in Matthew, Luke, John, and Acts. Essentially, though, Jesus tells his disciples, and really tells us, to share the message, the story, with the whole world.
And this says the Great Commission is the Great Commandment.
And what is the Great Commandment?
Well, when Jesus was asked, what is the greatest commandment? He said, love God with all that you are, heart, soul, and mind. And it doesn't stop there. He said the next greatest commandment is much like it. Love your neighbor as yourself.
And he said that everything else is dependent on those two.
So it's all about love?
Exactly. That's the commandment. That's the commission. That's what God is calling us to do.
of your way. And with your great commandment I will go. To love you, Lord, with all my heart and soul and mind. And love all my neighbors and you as I love myself. Well, I say don't go back, no. God is calling you. You gotta take up the word and speak. God's calling you. You gotta get up, get on, and get to the people now. You gotta move on, and teach all the people how to love and live for all. I will go to those I have turned away.
The creation story, the creator's story, God's story, is a message Jesus kept trying to tell us through his own stories, through his own teachings, even with his own life.
And the message is love God with all you've got and love your neighbor as you love yourself?
Exactly. Like you said, everything else is subject to that simple formula. Jesus gave everything trying to help us understand that.
So that's the point of this commission. That's the point of this creation, to show our love for God and for each other.
And for ourselves? I think that's the point of all creation. God's creation is an unending gift of love, and it doesn't stop there. God loves us so much that we are invited to join in the creation with God.
That's pretty amazing.
It's more than just amazing. It's awesome.
And we get to be a part of it.
It is indeed awesome and amazing, and everything else we can think of. And yes, every single one of us gets to be a part of it. God created us to be living, thinking, breathing, creating parts of his own creation. We are created to be creators, and creation is an act of love.
The ultimate act of love.
The ultimate act of love. Jesus did the same thing with his disciples. He invited them to sit at the table with him, even as he was preparing to leave them. They sat at the table with him and joined in the meal with him. And right then and there, he became a part of them, just as he becomes a part of us. And finally, it is at the table where we are made whole.
A table, look, it's a table, a creation that's living, breathing being. You alone, oh God, will be my resting place.
That's because we haven't heard every story yet.
There are still people that need to be invited to join us.
People like we were, who don't know they have gifts to offer or that they're a part of this creation.
There are still those who've been turned away from the table.
Whose gifts haven't been noticed?
Or who haven't noticed their gifts.
Exactly. Everyone has gifts given to them by God. Gifts of humanity, gifts of the Spirit.
But when they're excluded because of who they are, what they look like, where they come from, who they were created to be, their gifts and their humanity are not honored.
Honoring creation means keeping a place open for those you've turned away before, or who haven't come to the table yet at all.
I think you've got it. The creation never stops because life itself is always unfolding, always growing, always creating. We can never stop listening, telling, letting our own stories be told, and listening to the stories of everyone at the table. And we can never stop making room at the table. This is a commission that is never finished.
So our work is never done? Sounds exhausting.
Exhausting? Maybe sometimes, but it's also energizing.
To be a part of creation, a part of God's world unfolding before our eyes, there's nothing more exciting than that.
Nothing more exciting or challenging or confusing or fulfilling or amazing. It is the essence of what life and living are all about. Joining with God to create a world where love is the final word, where everyone's gifts are recognized and everyone's story is told.
That's a pretty tall order.
Well, of course it is. And we haven't perfected it yet in human history. But God is an artist who never gives up, who loves the creation even in its imperfection, and who knows that it continues to unfold. And it's not too late. It's never too late to join in the creation and sing along with the Creator.
Have you stopped to look around? Have you listened for the sound? Creation is calling and everyone's falling in love with what God's doing here. Can you feel the spark within as he sends new life begin? Creation
is definitely with deep appreciation that I say thank you to you for entering into the studio tonight and saying yes to letting God bring out the artist in each of you. And yes, you are the artists as well. And you are the ones who daily create laughter and create beauty and love in the world around us. You are the ones who, by listening to our words, can move out into the world and spread the message of the Great Commandment and the Great Commission. And isn't that what we are called to do in this little studio of life? Share the message of loving God and neighbor and self. I think it is. So as you leave here tonight in a while, I commission you to share God's love with everyone you meet. And always remember that Jesus reminds us over and over and over again, there is always room at the table for everyone. And the table is where creation unfolds. I'd like to just take a minute after. We're going to take an offering quickly. But after that, I just have some thank yous that I would like to lift up before we close tonight. So sit tight. To acknowledge the help of many, many people who helped bring this show to life tonight. First of all, a big thanks to all the people who are on the auction committee who helped us bring in a lot of money to make this trip possible. Thank you to all of you. And thank you. Thank you for the parents who raised funds throughout the year, who got their kids to rehearsal and, more importantly, to Sunday morning worship, and made sacrifices themselves in their summer plans so their kids could go on this trip. Thank you, thank you. Special thanks to Bob Bowles, who has taken tons of time to create this amazing tour pod that will let you follow us along on the whole trip and see pictures and hear about us and just follow our adventure as though you are with us. And it doesn't cost you guys a penny. And thanks to the chaperones who, although they're going on a great trip, they also pay full fare. So they're giving up their vacation and paying and going and hanging out with 73 high school kids. Wow. And then just, there's some people in this last week who have stepped in to help us out. So if you folks could just come on down here when you say your name, we say your names. But in the lighting, Lisa Baylor and Patrick Kane are working lights. And special thanks to them for the time they've put in this last week and they will put on tour. And also to J.P. Bowles and Stephen Majora, who've been helping on the video crew. Special thanks to them. So if you guys could come up too. Come on up. The lighting people take longer. They got to come down from the booth. And they have to be paying attention too up there. Okay, that's mom and son. That's the... And I'd like to give a special thanks to 6 people who go above and beyond all the time and make just an unbelievable difference in our lives. Actually 7. Throwing an extra one in there. The first one is Janice Majora, who I just... Janice is, she never seems to tire of the words, how can I help? And how can I help to me is just an awesome phrase. The other 6 who really have been here, just so much time spent thinking and dreaming and planning. First thanks goes to Cindy Golden, who takes time to let the words be heard through her sound. And Harold, start moving downstairs now. Harold Codler lights our way to greatness with his lighting from up above there. And thanks to CJ Arneson, who not only heads up the video area tonight, but allows everyone around the world to see and hear our message through his live streaming. Thank you, CJ. And Gay, who continues to dance her way into our hearts with her amazing choreography. And Katie Stout, who helped with much of the tour preparations. Susanna Durgee, a Starfire alumni who came to me and said, I can't get a job this summer. I can't find one. Could I be an intern for you this summer? And she has spent all summer working beside me and has done amazing things to help me out. A big thanks to Susanna. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of people in this room who have helped make this come to life. And it's not just the named people, it's everyone sitting here. Because all of you, as I said before, are commissioned to move out in this world. And if you don't take what we have done tonight and spread it out there, we have not done our jobs. So make us proud and spread this word.
Wait. Yes, we'd like to thank two more very, very, very important people who this would not be possible without, Dirk and Carol.
Wait, I need to tell you, this is a pot that says the Studio 2009. Get the theme, pottery art. It's got every song in the show written on the back of it and this was made at the auction, the thing that they bought at the auction to do pottery with Pastor Mark. Wow.
And Dirk got some duck and grapes because he likes that video a lot.
Gotta check it out.
But for every year we get Dirk and Carol a really big gift. This year we have decided to get them a package that includes a hot air balloon ride over Napa Valley. Get it, balloons, yeah. And a stay in a really nice hotel. And CJ, if you could play the video that...
And fertile vineyards of the world-famous Napa Valley. The winds above the valley invites you to get carried away and let your spirit take flight with a fun and memorable hot air balloon ride. Your adventure starts in the pre-dawn hours as an infusion of hot air brings the colorful balloon to life. Launch takes place in the sunrise hour when the winds are gentle and light. As mementos of your flight, you'll receive a certificate of ascension and a replica balloon pin. Then lift off on a flight of about an hour's duration as an expert handler guides you and your party on your morning rendezvous with the welcoming skies. At the conclusion of your trip through the clouds, celebrate your gentle landing with a champagne brunch and toast your experience of a lifetime. Balloons Above the Valley invites you to get carried away. Contact us today to book your reservation. Visit balloonrides.com.
This is a preview, of course, to your special trip.
It's a little...
You have 2 bottles of wine to enjoy and 2 new wine bottles.
Thanks to the Hansons. Thank you very much to the Hansons about the contribution of wine. Thank you.
A little thing about where you're going to be staying and the hot air balloon, right? And we have planned to give you the rest of the money to spend either another night in the hotel, doing spa stuff, whatever you want, to do whatever you want with. So... Yay.
But I don't think this sums up how much we are so grateful that you guys have helped us and guided us through our 40 years.
You know, we are so blessed, and I don't think Jesus even got a certificate of ascension, so I think that's pretty cool. But I'll tell you, Mark's not here, is he? Okay. You know, the gift for Carol and me is this, and and all of you, and just being here and being able to do this. We are so grateful and so blessed, and you know, we're going to keep doing it as long as we possibly can. So that's thank you guys. Thank you, all of you guys. We have a tradition, as you know, of ending with a special song, and we would like to invite all Starfire alumni who are here tonight to come up and sing it with us.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes, all right?